Coach Akers of Carson, his two oldest sons, both fine basketball players, play for Oral Roberts. And one a freshman, played for Palos Verdes High last year, one of the best players in Southern California.
Labason cannot get the first free throw to fall. But does get the second one, so converts 1 of 2. And it's a 38-33 ball game, coming down on 3 minutes remaining to be played here in the third quarter. Neither team has really been able to shake the other. Neither team has been in a clear-cut command. This is Smith outside, although Carson has led most of the way. Boone worked on by Hawkins, now to Robinson. Hudson and Stevens just having a great matchup underneath. Smith to Boone, cutting across the lane, turns around with a right hand, but can't get it to fall. Stevens with a left-hand rebound try.
They've gone into a zone, Carson has, and possibly to keep Hudson from getting in any more foul trouble than he's in right now.
13 points for Stevens, shakes a man and goes up, does Hudson, and scores with the left hand.
That's another ball that was hit. That ball was hit after he shot it and it went in. That's 2 in a row.
40-35 ball game. Carson maintaining a 5-point advantage. 2:15 remaining to be played third quarter. Robinson for Smith. And this is Boone in the lane again, but Brown comes away with it to Wilson. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Labason tries to get it to Hudson. Neely gets a foot on it, knocks it out of bounds. You know, this is the first ever live telecast of a state CIF championship pitting North against South. The CIF congratulates tournament players, coaches, athletic directors, and thanks to many sponsors whose support of the CIF has made this telecast possible. The CIF doing the job for 68 years. Hawkins with the ball, number 12. Back to Wilson, 22, guarded by Smith. Wilson starts into the lane, thinks better of it. Back for Lapson, back doors. Hudson turned around with a left hand, scores over Stevens.
That was a good pull-up by Hudson that time. If he'd have taken the ball into the basket, he very possibly could have committed a charge.
Eagles defending in front and back with Stevens in front, Boone in back, and he put it up over both of them. 16 points for Hudson. This is Smith. Smith looks inside as the Eagles go back to a double post, and stepping in front that time was Hawkins. Labason has it. Ahead for Wilson to the basket. Beautiful pass by Labason.
Really a fine play and a good body control by Wilson. Excellent play by Wilson.
So a 9-point lead, and to the best of my knowledge, that is the biggest lead of the day, enjoyed by Carson, enjoyed in fact by any team. 44-35, minute 22 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Take another look.
Here we see that ball jarred loose. Now the defense again of Carson is, has taken over this second half. Caused a number of turnovers. Of course, this basket is a direct result of the defense knocking the ball loose.
The Labason, the LA Press had said, might have been the key player on this team, perhaps not the most spectacular player and certainly not the biggest scorer, because that goes to Eldridge Hudson, but nonetheless, he's really, to use the line that's been used about Reggie Jackson, a straw that stirs the drink.
Well, I think he's been the outstanding player up to this point when you consider that the first half, he was throwing that ball over the zone. The second half, and of course the whole game, he's really caused so many turnovers. The way he's played defense on the point man of Washington, and of course his passing has been outstanding.
11 points and 6 assists for Labason. 44-35 ball game. The Eagles cannot afford to let Carson get away any further. This is Smith to Boone and back to Smith. And they're trying to force the ball inside, and Carson is collapsing very well defensively, and they're really taking the Eagles' inside game away from them.
The fouls are 3 apiece, Barry.
That is the 13th foul. Robinson will inbound. To Neely and back to Robinson. Labason is on him. Robinson starts the basket, but Labason cuts him off. Overplays Robinson to his right side. This is Smith. Cutter as Boone gets inside again. A lot of traffic in there. Boone can't get it to fall. Boone tries the boards. He can't get it to fall again. It comes back to Smith. Smith puts it on the floor, tries to get it to Stevens. It's going to be out of bounds to Carson. Good defense by Carson.
Smith has been a little careless with his passes. That's the second turnover he's had in the last minute and a half.
Your Union 76 dealer now has an oil that can improve gas mileage compared to regular oils. Ask him about Union Long Distance Purple Motor Oil. Labason with the ball now, tries to force it inside, but Boone fast hands it away, back to Labason. Labason for Hawkins, way outside, guarded by Neely. Hawkins between the circles, and fast-handed this time. It is Stevens, 2-on-1. Ahead this time into the basket.
Stevens, again, his quickness made that play, his defensive quickness, and a fine pass, a fine bounce pass off the steal.
That was Richard Wells with the basket in the ball game for the Eagles now. Brown tries a right-hander. It won't go. Rebound try, batted around, comes away to Wells. Wells ahead for Neely, way out in front. A looping pass, and Neely still got there.
That was a fine shot by Neely. He didn't have control of the ball, and he shot it with his left hand. He's a right-hander.
A big basket to end the quarter, and that gets the Eagles right back in a hunt. They trail by 5. 1 quarter of basketball remaining. The Carson Colts lead the Washington Eagles 44-39.
Where's everybody going? To Sambo's for Family Sam's incredible low-price specials. His 99-cent breakfasts and a 25-cent cup of coffee. His delicious 99-cent lunches and a 25-cent cup of coffee. And for just $2.99, Sam's complete 3-taco dinner or filet-of-fish dinner and a 25-cent cup of coffee. It's like the good old days, only at Sambo's. Did I mention the 25-cent cup of coffee?
Oh, nice 64.
Yeah. Listen, you guys have leaded premium gasoline, don't you?
Yeah, Union 76 Super.
Oh, great.
Say, don't I know you from somewhere?
No, just fill it up with 76 Super, okay?
Sure, leaded premium with real spirit.
No, I know.
Sure do look familiar.
No, I don't.
I got it. You work at the gas station down the street, where they don't have leaded premium.
Give me a break. Fill it up, will you, please?
Fill her up with spirit,
We do have leaded premium.
the spirit of 76.
8 minutes of basketball remaining, 44-39. Richard Wells coming on at the end of the third quarter for Washington, triggered a couple of quick hoops. One he scored on the end of a fast break, and the other he managed to get in step in front of an errant pass and get it ahead to Neely for the basket at the buzzer. 44-39 ball game.
Being down 9 going into the fourth quarter would really be tough, but being down 5, that's not so bad.
Wilson with the ball now. As Wells stays in the ball game. Wilson guarded by Smith. Overplayed. Hudson gets a step on Boone. Takes it to the basket. He can't get it down, though. Boone fights for the rebound. Going to be out of bounds to the Eagles.
Tell you, Boone's doing a real good job of defense in there. He's moving a lot on Hudson. He's making Hudson work, and he's really doing a job on the board, too.
This is Wells, 32. Wells playing the point guard now for the Eagles. This is Smith, number 10. Eagles have been trying to force the ball inside. It was unsuccessful in the third quarter as kind of a collapsing zone. Wilson will take the jumper from outside off the back rim and over the backboard. It'll be out of bounds.
Boy, that hit everything in the building. I tell you, the 24-second clock is still bouncing up there.
Lavasson with the ball now. He's guarded by Wells. Hawkins, number 12, playing for Davis, who's out with 4 fouls and getting a good pick, but Wilson can't get the shot to fall. Boone with a rebound for the Eagles. Eagles can cut it to 3. Wells again outside. Inside it goes now to Stevens. Tries to fight his way in. Does so, but the shot is too long. Boone with a second try. Gets picked clean that time by Wilson or Hawkins. It is Hawkins. Good defensive effort, but Hawkins travels. He made the defensive play.
Yeah, he did. That was a good call by the official. There was a lot of, looked like contact in there, but tried to throw that ball out. There are a lot of hands up in the air. Now
there's an errant inbound pass. Lavasson races with Neely and scores. Big basket for Carson. 46-39 ball game.
Again, that defense.
Wells to Smith, underneath now to Boone. Boone on the baseline, gives it up for Stevens, but he can't find a handle, and Wilson has it for Carson. They can now increase their lead to 9 points, but a pass goes the other way and goes too long for Hudson, who winds up on the Washington bench.
That was an excellent pass at the other end by Boone, and I think that, again, I think that Stevens must have taken his eye off the ball. He did that earlier. You've got to follow that ball right into your hands. Like baseball, you've got to follow the ball into your mitt. Same in basketball.
Robinson back in the ball game now, replacing Wells for Washington. This is Smith at the right side. Boone outside, back to the baseline. Robinson at the point, looks inside for Stevens, but Stevens has plenty of company. 4 people around him every time they even look inside. they're pretty much giving the Eagles the outside shot if they want it.
Yeah, they're really packed in now, and they don't look like they're looking for that shot.
And Stevens does get the ball anyway, gets it up and gets it in. 46-41 ball game.
Boy, he shot that one in the middle of Macy's basement. You know, there's everybody around him.
15 points for Quentin Stevens. Here's Hudson again. Hudson starts the baseline, takes it back toward the center of the court, can't get the shot to fall. Rebound Smith. Give it up for Stevens, down to Robinson. Eagles start to run. Carson's defense has been very effective. They are giving the Eagles the outside shot, and reaching in that time was Lavison. That's the 4th team foul against Carson.
Here we see Smith is reaching for the ball. You got to go get it. And, of course, Lavison does get it, but he's out of bounds.
To the basket once more is Stevens. He just forgot to take the basketball with him. Here's Lavison. In the corner now, Wilson guarded by Stevens. Back outside for Lavison. 5 minutes remaining in the ball game. Hudson way outside now for Brown. They call Brown the white shadow down at Carson. Lavison gets down the lane, gives it back for Wilson.
That was an excellent feed out that time.
Reaching in that time. Got to be Boone, I believe, whistle for the foul. 3rd personal foul.
That'll be that's a 14 foul on Washington. They shoot at 5.
Lavison does get the ball in. Hudson 33 to Wilson, now to Brown. Back door is Davis, but forces the shot too hard, and the Eagles can now cut it to 3. This is Boone, 2 on 4. Boone backs into the lane, still controls the ball, but a little out of control. Here's Stevens, pulls up with a jumper, scores! 17 for Quentin Stevens. 46-43 ball game. 4 minutes, 15 seconds remaining to be played. Lavison with the ball for Carson. Every time Washington has gotten close, Carson has shut them out. Hudson tries to get the baseline, double team to triple team. Don't know if Stevens got a hand on it. Here's Smith all the way to the basket. Scores!
I knew that was going to happen because he's too much of a leaper not to do it.
Dick Akers wants a timeout. Carson will talk it over. 3 minutes, 57 seconds remaining to be played in the ball game. Carson leads the ball game, but only by 1 point.
We know how it is. You're sitting at home, nice and comfy, and suddenly you're hungry for a great big juicy Whopper.
Can't you taste that sizzling, juicy, flame-broiled Whopper?
Well, put it out of your mind.
Lettuce and pickles and onions.
Think about something else.
Fresh tomato, too.
It's only a Whopper.
Aren't you hungry? Aren't you hungry? Aren't you hungry for Burger King now?
The car keys are in your coat pocket.
If you pour in Kellogg's cornflakes, you'll burn the special place on the front of America's favorite cereal. Sit down to a familiar face. The face of the Kellogg cornflake lover, the face of America too. When you sit down to America's favorite cereal, the face on the package is you, and it's gonna be a great day.
Let's take a look at that last play, Pete.
Yeah, you see, Stevens got a piece of that ball. He comes right back and gets the rebound. And here comes Smith, and he's going to, he's going to do that because jumping is something he likes to do.
It's a 1-point ball game, 46-45. Washington has held the lead at only 1 point in the ball game, and that was only by 1 point. Carson has been, while not perhaps in complete command, has held the lead. Hudson with a jumper off the back rim, rebound Boone, and the Eagles can take the lead.
You know, Boone hasn't scored a lot of points this game, but he's really been a factor for Washington in the second half, especially.
Hudson shooting 7 for 20, something less than desirable. This is Smith, starts to the baseline, thinks about taking a shot, now gives it up for Boone to the basket, can't get the roll whistle, blows, foul called, and that's going to be against Hudson, and he doesn't like it at all.
Here we see Smith. He's got the ball, and he gets that ball through a lot of bodies, or he gets it right in there through there to Boone. And, of course, Hudson lost position. He got behind him, and that's about all you can do when you get behind a man is to foul him.
So Boone with a chance to put the Eagles in front for only the second time. First one is good. Tie ball game at 46. Second try for David Boone is also good. Washington leads it by 1. 3:16 remaining.
It's going to be tough now for Carson because, you know, they're playing up north, and, of course, the crowd is very pro-north, and they're really, they're alive now.
And, of course, Hudson playing with 4 fouls. There's Labasov with a jumper. He made a whole bunch in the first half. He can't get that one to fall. The crowd comes alive as the rebound comes down to Boone. 16 rebounds for David Boone. This is Robinson outside. Washington by 1, 47-46. 2 minutes, 45 seconds remaining to be played. The Eagles want a timeout to talk it over. We have 2 minutes, 45 seconds. At a 47-46 ball game, Washington leads Carson for only the second time, but a 1-point game, and it's still anybody's guess.
Then there's chicken. Some restaurants grind it into patties for sandwiches. Others compress it into little pieces for snacks. But only Pioneer has great-tasting chicken strips and chips. 3 tender strips of real boneless chicken breast and fries. And for heartier appetites, try our Super Strips meal. 4 strips, fries, coleslaw, and a roll at a low Pioneer price.
Pioneer strips are so good, I just gotta shout it. Great chicken, no bones about it.
Pioneer strips and chips.
More good things are cooking at your nearby Pioneer.
Remember me? I'm Neil Burke, chairman of Western Airlines, the guy who gave you Hawaii for $100. Well, I'm at it again. This time I'm selling the continental United States or Alaska for $100. Just buy and use any full-fare round-trip Western Airlines ticket in the U.S. In return, I'll give you a second round-trip ticket to anywhere Western flies in the continental U.S. or Alaska for just $100. Sound crazy? Maybe, but you're nuts if you don't take me up on it.
You know, Pete, a little bit of coaching psychology. Dick Akers said yesterday, he says, I know the offense Washington runs. He says, I know what they try to do. I just don't think they can hurt us. I know everything about them. On the other hand, Alex Athanasopoulos, the Washington coach, as you saw, moved under the basket for 2 to give a 3-point lead. Athanasopoulos said, I don't know anything about Carson. You got a whole bunch of schools down there. I don't know what they do. I don't know what kind of offense they run. I'd be happy if we just finished second.
Well,
coaching psychology.
I don't think anybody believed that.
Hudson goes to the basket, gets Carson back to within 1. So a 1-point ball game. Time ticking down toward the 2-minute mark. 2:08 remaining to be played. This is Smith outside. Neither team has been able to control the ball game for any great length of time. It's been that close all the way. 9 points the biggest lead. Washington's biggest lead has been 3 points. This is Neely, triple team, jump ball.
They do a good job of trapping Carson. When they're in that aggressive defense, they seem to do so much better. When they fell back into that zone again, they lost control of the game.
Neely to jump against Wilson. This is a big jump. Wilson gets the jump, but it is controlled. Who got it? Carson. Crowd doesn't like it, but it was a good call.
Yeah, he was the closest man to it, and if he couldn't see it, I don't think anybody could see it.
So Carson could go back out on top. Washington by 1. Carson has the ball. 1:45 remaining in the ball game. Wilson, 22. This is Brown from Davis. Back to Wilson. They look to Hudson inside. The Eagles now collapsing a little bit on Hudson. Labasson to Wilson. Bumped into by Robinson, but no whistle. Wilson outside again for Davis. Davis playing with 4 fouls. This is Brown, 44. They cut the baseline off on it. Labasson outside, thinks about it, doesn't take it. Clock ticks down. Brown will take the jumper. He's got it. Carson in front by 1.
Did a good job of moving into that hole, and Labasson getting the ball to him.
9 points for Brown. Those 2 were the biggest he's made. 1:10 remaining in the ball game. This is Robinson all the way to the basket. Give it up to Stevenson. It's going to be out of bounds, and who's got it? Washington.
Well, again, the official was a close one there. We'll see if we get a look at it again.
Robinson did well to draw the man to him and gave it up, but Stevens couldn't find a handle on the ball. Neely, 14. 1-point ball game. Carson leads it 50-49. Inside 1 minute remaining. Robinson down the lane again. Tries to give it up. It's off somebody's leg for Neely. Back to Robinson. 50 seconds remaining. Backdoor is Boone against Hudson. Score!
Really a fine pass and a good move by Boone. Boone hasn't scored much this game, but as we pointed out before, he's done a lot of other things.
Hudson to the basket, gets the lead back for Carson. 52-51. 30 seconds left. Alex Athanasopoulos off the bench. You might think about a timeout at this juncture. Washington playing a little ragtag. Smith, a bad percentage shot. Rebound Brown. 20 seconds remaining. Foul called, I believe, against Smith. That was a bad percentage shot by Smith.
Well, he is fighting the clock. You know, it's very difficult out there when you're playing. You're right. I think that, you know, the unfortunate thing for Washington was the ball's down at the other end of the court, and the coach wanted a timeout. He was up, but he couldn't get down to call it. A lot of pressure, and he doesn't know how much time there is. We do. We're looking at it, but he's got two people he's battling off.
So Brown to the line for 1 and 1. First one is no good. Rebound to Stevens. Boone also is playing with 4 fouls now, so Boone and Hudson each with 4 fouls. 13 seconds remaining, 52-51. This is Stevens all the way to the basket for Boone. It won't go. A foul is going to be called, and the foul is going to go, I believe, against Boone.
I think it was on Stevens. I think after he passed that ball, he ran somebody down.
The foul is on Stevens. It is his 4th foul.
Here we see Stevens got a little out of control here. He's trying to bring the defense to him. And he ran down, well, hell, who'd he run down? Brown.
So there are 8 seconds remaining to be played in the ball game. And Doug Brown will be at the line for a 1 and 1. His team has a 1-point lead. Don't go away. We're coming back to Oakland.
Janie, I need premium unleaded.
No, Union 76 unleaded regular.
My car knocks and pings without the right gas.
Father knows best.
College girl.
Cars can knock and ping these days.
See?
But Janie's right.
Ta-da!
You see, Union 76 unleaded regular has more spirit without buying premium unleaded.
All right. Fill her up, Nick.
I say it has a lot in common with your daughter.
What do you mean?
Well, they both have plenty of spirit.
Fill her up with spirit.
Try the unleaded with spirit.
The spirit of 76.
So we have 8 seconds remaining in the ball game, and Doug Brown, for all intent, can put it out of reach. He is going to be shooting a 1 and 1 from the line so far. Carson is 6 of 14, and if you want to look at Doug Brown, he is 1 of 3. He is a senior, and these will be possibly the last 2 free throws that he will shoot. Possibly the last one. 9 points tonight. This is the biggest. First one is up and good. 2-point lead for Carson with 8 seconds remaining.
You know, Doug Brown made a key basket. He made a key pass, and he took that charge, and that was a very key charge he took, because it could have been, even though that shot was missed.
Second try is good. 3-point lead for Carson. Washington will have to get one up in a major hurry here. And here is Stevens to the basket, uncontested. 2 seconds remaining. The game is over. Carson is the state high school Division I boys basketball champions. The final score here at the Oakland Coliseum: Carson High School 54, Washington High School 53. For Pete Newell and Joe Angel, I'm Barry Tompkins. See you next time at the state high school basketball championships. The final score once more: Carson 54 and Washington 53. The producer-director was Howard Zuckerman. The associate producer, Bill Biloxi. Associate director was Al Kelly, and the stage manager was Kenny Shapiro.